So for me at Thanksgiving, there's a lot of downtime. I don't usually make the meal, so I'm usually sitting around. And I'm always looking for something to do, especially if I'm not in my house. Now, if I'm at my house, I have a room full of toys. I can play with all the stuff I want there. But if I'm somewhere else or I'm being asked to be out and about with family, I can't really play with all of my toys. So one of the fun things that I like to do is to have a search and find bottle nearby, because anybody can play with it and anybody can help you play with it too, which is kind of fun. And it also challenges you to find things, and so it works on your observation skills as well. And you can do it young or old. So the first thing I do is I get a jar, the plastic container for me, that is clear. Now this one had a label on it that didn't come off, so I left it on there. It'll make it a little bit harder to see, but that's okay. And then I found some beans that I'm gonna put in. These are perfect for fall. So I'm gonna fill it up partially with some beans. Before I fill it up with beans, I went and I found some fall items that that are not necessarily only fall. I got some really cool beads, and I got some stars. I got a really cool gold star and some wooden stars, so little wooden figurines. I found a little pumpkin, a little pom-pom pumpkin, and a sunflower button, another sunflower button, a heart, because I love family and I love spending time with them, an apple because we're gonna have some apple pie, and then I also have some little confetti here that I'm gonna throw in, just a few pieces. They'll be fun to see along the way. Now, if you've ever used a seek and find, basically there are a couple of things in the jar that are hiding amongst all of the beans. So I'm gonna mix my beans together. I've got some brown beans and some green beans. I'm gonna open my bag up a little bit. I'm usually pretty messy, so things go everywhere. And you don't wanna fill it all the way to the top, but you wanna get pretty close. That's pretty good. Maybe a little bit more, but I'm all out of beans. Then you're gonna put the lid on, and then you're gonna roll it around and see what you can find. Now, there's not too many beans in mine, so it's pretty easy to find all of my things. But make it harder by adding more beans. You can also add rice. You can add, I used some dry beans. I used some split peas and lentils, but you can use black beans, you can use dried corn or rice, so it makes it kind of neat too because it's colorful. Oh, there's my white bead and my heart, there's my star and my pumpkin, there's another star. And I have my confetti that is sprinkled in too. And you might want to add some more of that or add some more figurines. Maybe you want to throw in a Lego guy or maybe a Lego piece or two. Maybe you want to throw in some more pom-poms or some you want to use harder things, so no paper or anything like that, as much fun as it would be to add drawings and stuff, but maybe, little things, little other beads and buttons and stuff like that. And basically this gives you something that's kind of soothing. It's got a sensory experience to it because you can hear it while things are rolling around in there. And like I said, if whether you're using rice or beans or even beads, it's going to make a little bit of a noise, which is kind of calming and soothing as you're rolling it. The other thing that you might do is put things that are very colorful in with things that are kind of not as colorful. So my beans are not very colorful. They're brown and green, but then there are other colorful things in there that make it bright and they make it pop. And you can also put a list on the top of your container that shows a picture of what's in there, or it lists it, so a pumpkin, a star, a heart, an apple, stuff like that. You can list on the top, make it a little bit more challenging, see if you can find all the things. And like I said, if you want to make it more challenging, pack it more full of more things and more full of the beans or beads or rice. make it a little bit harder to see. But this is one of those things that I think is really fun. It's super easy. It's got a lot of different benefits to it. You're working on your observation skills. It's a sensory experience. It's kind of calming and soothing. It's fun to do, and it's fun to play with others with. So you can see how many you can find in a minute, or you can just see how many you can find together. So I encourage you to find a little container and make a seek and find bottle so that you can have something to do on Thanksgiving or around about that time. That's fun, easy, works on your some skills, and it can be a family fun building time.